Okay, so we're going to try something here. I have no idea how this is going to work. I want to talk about the first part of the Thunder song that we've been talking about with Billy Strings. What we've discussed so far is basically kind of all there is to the main body of the song. So it's just a matter of practicing and playing along with that, playing the proper chords. But I want to talk a little bit about the basics of what devices Billy is using to solo and improvise. And what I'm going to attempt to do, partially, just because I think it's fun, is actually show you some of the exact things, some of the exact lines that he is using in his solo. And sometimes it's just fun to learn to play along with that, or at least to see what he is doing and have a bit of an understanding about why the notes he is choosing work. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the video on half speed, and then I'm going to play little portions of the improvisation that he does at the beginning, and I'm going to tell you exactly what he's playing, and then you can either choose to memorize it or you can tab it. So that'll be up to you. I'll explain it precisely, so if you want to tab it and have something so you have something to reference, you'll be able to do that. Then we'll talk about putting it all together. So I'm just going to play the first little portion of what he actually plays. I hopefully have it loud enough so that you'll be able to hear it. Okay, so what he did there is he had his ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. He played that and then slid it up to the 5th. And then he played the open G string, the 3rd string. And then he went back and played the 5th fret of the A string. So altogether, that very first lick, that's what he played. Sliding from the 3rd fret up to the 5th. So that's one pick, picking the G string, and then coming back and picking that. So it'd be like, if we were going to count it, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I played that, he only plays that once. Okay, now let's listen to that and then take that into the next lick that he plays. Okay, so he plays, and then to start the next lick, he brings his ring finger back to the 3rd fret of the A string, plays that note, plays the open A, plays the 3rd fret, and then slides it back up, and then plays the open D. Okay, so I'll explain that again. He starts with the 3rd fret of the A. You could even group these if you're going to tab it. You can kind of maybe group them with parentheses to see each little lick. So we're going to start with the 3rd fret, go to the open string, then we'll play the 3rd fret and slide it to the 5th, and then we'll play the open D. So altogether that would be, okay, 3rd fret, open string, 3rd fret, slides up to the 5th fret, then the open 4th string. Okay, so putting that together with the first lick, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it again. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. One more time. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's listen to that now. Again, that much of it. Okay, that first little part, of the second lick, where he starts with the 3rd fret and goes to the open A before he slides back up, that's pretty quiet, but it's definitely there. This part here, he plays that kind of quiet. One more time before we move on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we'll listen to it one more time, then we'll move on. So that's where we left off. Now the next lick that he's going to play is what I would describe as a very typical blues lick that has been played a lot by lots of players on the guitar, but it's still fun to play, and it's still fun to know exactly what some of these licks are, that, you know, the exact licks that these guys are playing. I always found it fun anyway, so hopefully you'll find it enjoyable too. Now the next lick, he's going to play after he does this one, he ends that on the open D. Now to start the next portion, he's going to play the open D again, going to play the 3rd fret and slide it to the 4th. Okay? Let's listen to that from the beginning. Okay? So he's playing the open D to the 3rd fret, sliding it up to the 4th. Then he's going to play the open D again. So that'd be the 4th string open. Then he's going to go to the 3rd fret of the A string, open A, 5th string. Going to play the low F, 1st fret of the 6th string, and then hammer down with the middle finger to the 2nd fret. Play the open A, play the 2nd fret B, play the open A. Okay, going back to the beginning of that portion, we have the open D, 3rd fret, slid up to the 4th, open D, 3rd fret of A, open A, 1st fret of low E, 1st fret of the 6th string, hammer down to the 2nd fret, open A, 2nd fret, open A. So I'm going to put that all together. It would sound something like this. One more time. So from the beginning then, we have the first lick. second, third. Let's listen to that much of it. Again. Okay. So I'll play it one more time from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now moving on, he does from the 3rd fret of the A, slides that up to the 5th fret again, plays the open D, and then plays the 5th fret of the A string again, like that. Let's listen to it that far. Hear that? Now this time I'm going to, before we move on, I'm actually going to play along with him so you can see it being played. Okay? I don't know if this is working out or not, but once again, hopefully it does. Hopefully you can make some sense of this. And it's going to take some work on your part. You know, you'd have to slow it down like I'm doing and listen, and then try to hear the licks that you're playing, that you're attempting to play, and then try to play them along. Okay, moving on. Pardon me. Moving on, we have the next lick, which is once again a very bluesy kind of lick. He starts on the 3rd fret of the A string, goes to the open D, 3rd fret of the D string, open G, 1st fret of the G, 2nd fret of the G. So that would be starting on the 3rd fret of the A, I'm repeating, open D, 3rd fret of D, open G, 1st fret of G, 2nd fret. Okay? Just a kind of a standard blues lick in the key of D. And then after that, he plays the open D again, open 4th string. And then what he does is he does a pull off from the 1st fret of the G string to the open G. That's kind of a difficult pull off to do. You really got to make sure that you pull the finger down off the string and have it come to rest on the next string. And then he plays the 3rd fret of the D string and then the open D. So I'm going to repeat that section again, how you would tab that. 3rd fret of the A string, open D, 3rd fret of D, open G, 1st fret of G, 2nd fret of G, open D, pull off from the 1st fret to the open G, 3rd fret of D, and then open D. And all together that would sound like again. Okay, so from the beginning then, and this is, even if you really can't play it along with Billy, it's still it would be a good thing to practice because it would get you playing and utilizing the fingers and the fingering and some of the techniques for some of the standard blues licks. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and then he does this again. So you can see he kind of has a theme. He's doing this a lot. He does that slide that he's been doing, sliding from the 3rd fret of the A string up to the 5th fret, playing the open D, and then playing the 5th fret of the A string again, which is also a D, like that. Okay, I'm going to play it on the video from the beginning. Two, three, four, 1. Okay, hopefully you could hear all that, how that goes together. And the next lick, after he plays that theme, kind of that theme lick, what he does is he plays the 3rd fret of the A string, hammers down onto the 5th fret, like that, and then goes back and plays the 3rd fret, like that. Listen for that right here. Right there, I'm going to back it up a little bit. Here it comes right here. Okay? I'm going to play it from the beginning again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3. I'm going to play it one more time just as a play along for you. I'm going to slow it down even a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to take this. I need some feedback on this to know if this was even something you could do anything with. I hope that you can, because it was the kind of thing that I really enjoyed doing when I was learning to play. I really enjoyed trying to play something exactly like the people whose playing I admired. I liked really trying to play some of the things that they play. And I think this is something that you're capable of playing as long as I was able to get it across to you effectively. So I guess that's kind of what I need to know. And once again, when you're looking at these things, this could be something that might take you, a long time to really get the hang of. But we'll discuss it a little bit more in depth after you've had a chance to take a crack at it and play through it. Like I said, it's going to be good for your technique. It'll be good for your listening ear, learning to listen to the music. If you actually do it the way I did, kind of slow the video down to 50% and listen to each of those sections and try to block them off into sections and hear them and know what it is that you're playing. Know how what you have on your paper and what you're playing matches up with what he's playing. It's a really important thing to do, and you can reap a lot of benefits from that. But give me some feedback on it after you've tried it, and let me know if it's something that we should even bother continuing with, or just move on, because there's plenty to move on to. Okay? Talk to you later.